In a world where fitness trends change every season, one thing never fades: the magnetic power of bodybuilding shows. Decades have passed since the first competitions, yet arenas still fill up with people eager to witness the results of years of discipline, sacrifice, and relentless work. The audience doesn't come just to see muscles. They come to see the limits of human determination. What makes this spectacle, where strength, beauty, and emotion collide, so captivating? Maybe the answer lies in the almost artistic balance bodybuilding achieves. Every pose, every movement, is a visual display of control, patience, and devotion. It's like watching a living sculpture take form before your eyes. The light glides across the muscle lines like it would over marble, turning the human body into a masterpiece. For a few moments, the body becomes the pure center of admiration. It's art, it's sport, and it's also a reflection of our deepest desire to rise above ourselves. Behind the spotlight, though, lies a quiet, unseen journey. Endless hours in the gym, strict diets, daily sacrifices, all for a few moments under the lights. The crowd, even without realizing it, feels that energy. It's the weight of each athlete's story, the individual struggle turned into a shared spectacle. It's not just about winning, it's about enduring. Now, I want to invite you to look past the surface. Behind the tanned skin and defined muscles, there's raw humanity. These are ordinary people who decided to go beyond ordinary limits. Every physique tells a story of someone who chose discomfort, who transformed their body, and, in a way, their soul. That's what sparks curiosity and respect. In an age ruled by speed and instant gratification, bodybuilding stands for the opposite: a slow, deliberate, almost meditative process. The stage becomes a symbol of patience in an impatient world. And maybe that's why, year after year, crowds keep gathering, chasing inspiration, motivation, or simply the beauty of something built with extreme commitment. When the lights come on and the first athlete steps on stage, the air shifts. The crowd goes silent, eyes lock in, and for a moment, all that exists is a perfectly sculpted body. You can feel the impact. Every line, every contour carries the weight of countless training days. It's the instant when invisible effort becomes visible, when the human body turns into living art, a three-dimensional portrait of dedication and absolute control. Those posing routines aren't just displays of strength, they're carefully choreographed stories. The athlete chooses the music, rhythm, and sequence that best express their journey. There's a balance between tension and grace, power and poise. Each pose is a sentence, each transition a comma. It's dance, it's theater, it's sculpture in motion, and the audience feels it, even without fully understanding what they're seeing. But this fascination isn't new. Since ancient Greece, the ideal human form has symbolized beauty, strength, and harmony. The marble statues of gods and heroes captured the same essence we see today on bodybuilding stages: the pursuit of perfection. That's what stirs emotion, even subconsciously. When someone watches an athlete pose, they're seeing the reflection of an ideal that's lasted for millennia. Controlled power, symmetry, presence. It all awakens something primal in us, something that instinctively recognizes greatness in human effort. It's a silent dialogue between athlete and audience, both sharing the same sense of awe and admiration. This experience goes far beyond entertainment. It taps into the universal drive to push boundaries, to prove that the impossible can be achieved with time and willpower. That's why every show is more than a competition. It's a celebration of the human spirit. And when the crowd applauds, it's not just the body being honored. It's the journey, the sacrifice, the courage to expose one's vulnerability in pursuit of perfection. In the end, the stage becomes a mirror. The audience sees what they could be, not in muscle, but in purpose. That's the timeless power of bodybuilding. It awakens what's most human within us. Behind the spotlights and applause lies a world of silence, exhaustion, and persistence. Every athlete who steps on stage carries a story rarely told. One made of early mornings at the gym, meals weighed to the gram or ounce, and days when the body simply refuses to respond. The audience sees the final result, but has no idea how many times these competitors thought about quitting and didn't. It's in that contrast between the glory of the stage and the solitude of preparation that the true heart of bodybuilding beats. These stories are what truly connect the audience to the athletes. When someone sees a competitor smiling under the lights, they're not just seeing muscle, they're seeing triumph. There's something deeply inspiring about watching someone turn pain into purpose. Every physique on that stage is the reflection of years spent fighting fatigue, doubt, and human limitation. And somehow, the spectator recognizes themselves in that process, because we all, in our own ways, face our battles too. A bodybuilder's journey is a living lesson in discipline. While most people look for shortcuts, these athletes choose the hardest and longest road. The body becomes a mirror of the mind, firm, shaped, and unyielding. That's where the psychological power of the sport shines through. What drives an athlete isn't just muscle. It's a mind that refuses to give up, even when everything seems to fall apart. That mental toughness is what separates the good from the great. Controlling your mind through hunger, fatigue, and pressure demands an invisible strength few can imagine. It's in that silent space that champions are born, not only those who win trophies, but those who evolve along the way. And it's that inner transformation that earns the audience's respect, even if they don't fully understand the process. Picture the athlete differently, not as someone distant or untouchable, but as a human being who chose pain as the path to growth. Victories are built through daily repetition, through tiny choices no one else notices. Once the audience grasps that, the show stops being just about aesthetics. It becomes about humanity itself. Bodybuilding, like the body it celebrates, has never stopped evolving. In the early days, beauty was defined by harmony and proportion, physiques reminiscent of ancient Greek sculptures, elegant and balanced, where every muscle seemed to flow perfectly into the next. As time passed, that ideal transformed. The era of the giants arrived, colossal bodies where size and density redefined greatness. The stage became an arena of extremes, and the audience, fascinated, learned to admire grandeur in every form. But this evolution didn't happen in isolation. Social media lifted the curtain on a world once reserved for those who could attend competitions in person. Today, just a few clicks let fans follow athletes' training, routines, and even behind-the-scenes moments from every continent. Bodybuilding stopped being only a stage performance. It became a digital phenomenon. The internet turned every athlete into a brand, every workout into a story, and every post into a chance to inspire. This new era also demanded adaptation. As audiences grew more diverse, categories like classic physique and men's physique emerged, bringing back the balance between aesthetics and accessibility. These divisions not only attracted new competitors, but new fans. People who once saw bodybuilding as unreachable now saw themselves reflected in it. The sport opened space for different body types and styles, expanding its representation. The strength of that diversity lies in how it keeps the sport's original essence alive. In every form, the goal remains the same: to challenge the human body, transform it, and present it as a symbol of personal victory. Aesthetics may shift, divisions may multiply, but the spirit stays intact, to elevate the body to a level few dare to imagine. And with live streaming and online broadcasts, access has become democratized. What was once a privilege for those who could travel to Las Vegas or attend major shows is now available to millions in real time. This gave rise to a new generation of fans who don't just watch, but actively participate, commenting, learning, and even dreaming of stepping on that stage themselves. Behind every competition, far from the lights, there's an atmosphere of respect few people see. Despite the natural rivalry, what dominates among athletes is a strong sense of brotherhood. They share the same struggle, the same pain, the same goal: to overcome themselves. That silent bond creates genuine connections, a kind of respect that only exists between those who truly understand what it takes to get there. Between athletes and coaches, that bond goes even deeper. There's trust, teamwork, and mutual respect that goes far beyond results. Every victory is shared, and every loss becomes a collective lesson. Behind the scenes, competition gives way to solidarity, a space of support where genuine connections are built. It's in that atmosphere that lifelong friendships are born, bound together by the same passion and commitment to a common dream. But it's not just the competitors who make up this community. The fans play a vital role too. Many have followed their favorite athletes for years, cheering for them, celebrating their wins, and feeling their losses as if they were their own. That emotional connection creates something almost personal, as if every bit of progress on stage was a shared achievement. It's that empathy that turns casual viewers into loyal followers and transforms the sport into a true global family. On social media, this bond becomes even stronger. Fans comment, share, and interact daily, often finding motivation for their own journeys through the stories of those they admire. The bodybuilder stops being a distant icon and becomes an accessible example of grit and perseverance. This constant exchange keeps the fire of the sport alive, fueling the excitement that makes arenas fill up year after year. All of this proves that bodybuilding is driven by something much greater than trophies. It's driven by inspiration. Every athlete who steps on stage carries the hopes of thousands who look up to them, creating an almost tangible wave of collective energy. When the lights go down and applause fills the air, everyone there feels it. That shared emotion of being part of something bigger than themselves. In the end, that connection explains the unwavering loyalty of the fans. Bodybuilding isn't just a sport, it's a bridge between people who believe in the power of discipline, dedication, and self-improvement. The future of bodybuilding looks just as impressive as the physiques it celebrates. With rapid tech advancements, the sport is on the brink of a new era, one where the fan experience goes far beyond the arena seats. Imagine watching a show through virtual reality, feeling like you're in the front row, seeing every pose and every detail up close. Immersive experiences like that will redefine how people witness the spectacle, making bodybuilding more accessible and exciting than ever. And the revolution doesn't stop there. Artificial intelligence is starting to play a growing role, both in athlete training and fan engagement. Advanced programs can now analyze a competitor's physique, predict their performance, and even tweak their workout plans in real time. Meanwhile, fans will soon be able to interact directly with their idols through digital platforms, following every phase of their prep with unprecedented closeness. This fusion of technology and sport opens the door to something even greater, bodybuilding beyond the stage. Competitions could be streamed in interactive formats, featuring live voting, 360-degree camera angles, and personalized experiences for each viewer. The line between athlete and audience begins to fade, creating a new kind of show that's more engaging, participatory, and emotionally charged. At the same time, all this modernization reinforces an old truth. Bodybuilding has always been, and always will be, about human effort. No algorithm can replace the discipline of someone who wakes up before dawn, sticks to a strict diet, and trains until exhaustion. No matter how far technology advances, it will never replace the driving force behind this sport, the human will to push beyond limits. New tools will only expand bodybuilding's reach, allowing even more people around the world to be inspired by its stories and its images. The stage might go digital, but the impact will always remain deeply human. And that's what makes the fascination eternal. As long as there's someone willing to turn the impossible into reality, the audience will keep watching, cheering, and feeling moved. Bodybuilding may change its form, it may reinvent itself, but its essence, the celebration of ultimate effort and the beauty of dedication, will always stay the same. If there's one thing this video has shown, it's that bodybuilding isn't just a sport. It's a journey about the incredible power of human reinvention. Every athlete who steps on stage embodies the same strength that lives within all of us, the will to fight, to grow, and to never give up. And if this message inspired you, I'd love to invite you to be part of this community. Hit that like button. It really helps this video reach more people who might need this dose of motivation today. If you want to take it a step further and support the channel directly, consider becoming a member. You'll get access to exclusive content while helping keep this space alive, a space that celebrates effort, discipline, and the passion that drives bodybuilding. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because every week we bring you new stories, insights, and reflections about the world of bodybuilding, always with that human and inspiring touch. Now, I want to hear from you. Which part of this video hit you the most? Was it the artistic side of the sport, the stories of perseverance, or the way bodybuilding keeps evolving for the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback is what keeps this channel growing, episode after episode. And before you go, don't miss the next video popping up on your screen. It dives even deeper into what we explored today and reveals an amazing new chapter in the history of bodybuilding. Click, stay with us, and discover why this sport continues to inspire millions of people around the globe. See you there.